Hey, everybody. This is April Rogerson, the Contract Slayer, and we are here with the Slay Your Day podcast, where we bring you unique and interesting people and ideas and businesses that is going to help slay your day. Today, we have Corey Rolfe. Now, I'm going to warn y'all, he is quite the character. So, let's meet Corey Rolfe and tell us name of your business, what you guys do.
Okay.
And you're fairly new here.
Yep. I just moved here January 20th. We have an office in Virginia Beach, and we also have an office in Tampa, Florida. And I'm glad you welcomed me to Atlanta, because this is where I always wanted to be.
Gotcha.
But what we do is me and my two brothers, there's three of us that own the company. So I don't own it by myself. I'm 33rd and 3rd.
Okay, wait, let's shout out your brothers, because when I met you, I didn't know this was a family.
It was three
business,
of us.
So shout out to y'all.
I'm the baby, which my title is the Chief Revenue Officer.
All
I
this
go
stuff
and get
make
the
a
contracts.
whole lot of sense now after I met you.
My other brother, he handles the back office and he run our HR department.
What's his name?
His name Kipling Albright.
Okay.
And then my other brother is Derek Rackard. He handles all of
You sound like, is it the Wayans that do that? When they like my other brother.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm the baby of 13.
Okay.
Just to let you know.
Gotcha.
So I'm the baby of the business, and they send me out to do all the talking, and then they make it all happen.
You don't mind that part?
Yeah, I'm a front man. You put me in the front, I bring it in, and then they fill in everything.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So first off, where did you originate from? Because you guys
Tampa,
are new
Florida.
here, but you weren't.
I originated from Tampa, Florida.
Where were you recently, though? Because you mentioned to me that you just came here from Jamaica?
Yeah, I
How
got
long
a place
did you
in
stay
Jamaica
there?
too.
How long were you there?
I didn't physically stay there. I just went there every month.
Gotcha.
Because my wife lived there.
Gotcha.
What that was mean?
I met your wife. She's actually a very beautiful lady.
Yeah, my wife lived there. That's why I went there every month.
I bet you went there every month to visit your wife.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't nothing. It was right around the corner.
Yeah.
So our company is called Best Employment Solution.
Okay.
So what we do is we help companies cut down their cost by outsourcing. So all the liability is on us. So say a person in the warehouse said, we need 100 employees. Internally, if that company go and get 100 employees, it costs them more than it costs to outsource it to me, but all the liability on me. So if somebody get hurt, they sue me. They don't sue the client.
Gotcha. And when you say liability, do you only mean like suing, quote unquote, or is it the overall overhead of managing employees?
It's everything. Liability as in they don't have to worry about paying them. I pay them and they pay me whatever the net is. So say a company go, okay, we want to do net 14. We front the money and we pay the employees first and then they pay us later.
Tell the people what's net 14.
So if I make an agreement with you and you go, we'll do net 14, which means they don't have to start paying until after 14 days of the employee being there. So that's what it is. So when I send the invoices in, they got 2 weeks to pay me.
Gotcha.
If they were running their own payroll, they'll be paying the money out of their own account every week. They invoice, we send them an invoice, they pay it, but they have no liability if anything happened to them.
Gotcha.
So somebody get hurt, we got to make sure it's okay.
Y'all out here, folks out there getting hurt?
Yes, folks do get hurt.
So this is interesting because my sister-in-law works in a home decor place, but they provide countertops and all of that kind of stuff. And they had a really major accident happen with the countertops, and countertops meaning the granite slabs. And unfortunately, that man passed away. So there's a lot of dangers in warehousing in general.
I think the biggest danger that I've seen is normally forklift operators.
That's what he was
You
doing,
get hit by a
something
forklift, your life gonna change.
Oh, man.
So that's why we try to make sure our guys have good training.
That's what I was about to ask you about. So
We big on our
handle the
safety
training?
program. Yes.
So let's talk about what you guys do for, you don't have to go into the weeds of it, but just kind of explaining what it is that you all do from the training perspective, starting with safety, because that's a very big piece of being able to
So
send.
most of our contracts, they actually do safety meetings every day.
Oh, wow.
So by doing it every day, that cut down on injuries. But some people are lax. We don't deal with people that's lax. So when we do business, if you don't have a safety program, just us having a safety program and they going to work with you every day, that's not good.
Gotcha.
Even though we go over everything with them previously, I mean, before they start, they still need to, just like driving every day. When you get in your car, put your seatbelt on first.
Gotcha.
Even though you do the same thing every time, in these warehouses, you still got to go over it every single day.
So you guys provide the training, and you're saying that whomever you partner with, you want them to be having a proactive,
some kind of safety program,
daily program, or
well, some people don't do it daily.
Okay.
Like I got one client in Tampa, they haven't had an injury in over like 1,500 days. It sounds crazy. It's on the board. Like, they haven't had one injury. When I seen that, I'm like, is that legit? So when the guy gave me what they did, I said, let me incorporate some of that into what we do.
Gotcha.
So before we hire them, we go through all the programs.
What's some examples of that?
So we got to do everything virtual now because COVID came.
Mm-hmm.
So we make them take safety videos and then take the test to pass the videos.
Gotcha.
Because it's not like back in the days when you go, hey, come here. So we had to make some adjustments because of COVID. COVID changed the face-to-face game.
Do you find that has helped not necessarily productivity, but kind of the idea of being able to get it done quicker from kind of efficiency, right? Because at one point you had to have them come in. Was it individual classes?
COVID has made everything more efficient. Okay. I will say that because doing everything face-to-face is great, but at the end of the day, I think people get comfortable when they see you, and then they go, oh, this guy's a good guy. But at the end of the day, I'm a businessman.
Right.
So if you don't do your part, then I got to do my part.
Because this good guy could forget his safety protocols, even though he's a nice guy.
Exactly.
Some people could be in danger, including him.
1,000%. But I would say this in business: if your podcast is to help people in business, I would say as long as you go in business to help people, the side effects of that would be making money. Yeah. So me and my brothers, we started our company on a second chance program. So we were bringing guys out of prison, sending them straight to work. And a lot of our clients was like, I don't know about that.
Right.
But then when they seen how hard those guys work, because they've already went to prison and did their time, they were shocked like, man, these guys are some really hard workers. Right. And they work unlimited overtime. So we went 5 years without getting paid.
Wait, what?
Explain.
And I think, hold on. So I want you to explain because I think this is interesting the first.
And that's why I brought this up because this needs to be told.
I want you to explain because I think that there's always a disconnect between wanting to get paid immediately or this immediate gratification when it comes to entrepreneurship and business. Please explain why you accepted not getting paid for 5 years and explain how you even got there and what was your thought process in terms of like, it's going to come.
So initially, me and my brothers had to make some sacrifices to start a business because we did it with no loans. It was all real money. So no one other than us three own our company. There's no silent partner that gave us nothing. One of my biggest rules to life is, and I think me and my brothers, our rule is invest in yourself.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, you're not going to mess up your own money. When you touching other people's money, it don't have the same value because you ain't lose nothing. So when we went in knowing we won't get paid for 5 years. That was an agreement we made. Because if you work your business, your foundation to be strong in 5 years. If we started spending money and living crazy in year 1, 2, we wouldn't have survived COVID.
Right.
So when COVID came, we went to a much less employees than what we normally have. Right. But if we would have been spending money, we wouldn't have been able to pay insurance.
Right.
And then with no insurance, you have no agency. So we said to ourselves, we'll make sure our foundation is strong so that when we can build anything on top of this concrete, to do that, we're going to stack every dime we make for 5 years.
Gotcha. So you guys did not pay yourselves.
But everybody else got paid.
Everybody. Yeah. Everybody else got paid.
And we've never missed one payroll one time.
Gotcha. That's commendable. And I think sometimes people don't realize just how much sacrifice goes into running a business, owning a business, growing a business. And what you just gave was a perfect example of how some people, and I think there's you tell me, and I think there is a balance between not overly sacrificing yourself to the detriment of your personal life and your personal mental health and all of those things. So you see a lot of talk about burnout and just kind of people feeling overwhelmed with the grunt of what you do with entrepreneurship. But at the same time, there is some level of sacrifice that's required in order for you to be successful.
I look at burnout like this. You gonna either burn out early and then have a real long life of fun, or you gonna not burn much, and that little fire you're gonna have you at your job at 85 years old.
Gotcha.
So me and my brothers, I was driving Uber 2 years ago. So I was in the car business, working at a car dealership, driving Uber, and I was still a single father because my wife was in another country, and I was raising a child at the same time. And at the end of the day, I do whatever it takes to reach the goal. We said 5 years. So it don't matter. Babysit, do hair, drive Uber.
You did some hair?
I
That what you touched my hair?
Let me see. I put you in the game now. Don't be playing with me.
Don't you touch my hair?
Yeah, but at the end of the day, remember, we did it because we was trying to give people opportunities. Yeah. So we said, we seen a gap. Right. We seen that it was an issue in this area, and we gave people chances. And then God bless us with the return from having our heart in the right place. But yeah, in the first 5 years, we could have got paid and did dumb stuff. But we wouldn't be as established as we are now.
Right.
Sacrifices make you not make dumb decisions. But if you start making money day one, that's why you see a lot of people blow out 2 years, they out of business, but they got an Escalade in the mansion. And then 2 years after that, they back at their mama house.
Not the mama's house. So I think everything you just said was extremely important. And you mentioned that you drove Uber and you did some other things. So my next question was going to be, how did you all sustain without being paid personally?
So one of my brothers, he runs a K through 6, so he has a school. Okay. And he actually started a school since we started our business.
Okay.
And then my other brother, he's a track coach, the PE coach at the school. He just loves kids. There's nothing could change him from getting away from the kids. We can be billionaires.
Both of them are working with children. You're the only one who said that y'all got it.
Yeah, yeah, they got it. They got enough kids for me. But I go to the school and and sometimes I do little speeches and stuff. So but I'm not an everyday dealing with a bunch of kids. I'm not built for it. I got a 9-year-old.
Gotcha.
That's it.
Gotcha.
And then my wife won't more, but we'll work on that in the future.
I'll talk to your wife, dear.
Yeah, thank you. Talk her out of it.
I'm gonna talk to her, tell her how to get it done.
Oh Lord. I lead a podcast, got 3 babies next year.
Exactly. I was just about to say we're gonna get you some triplets right quick. Okay, well that's I think that the people who have kind of this idea of entrepreneurship or bust or they don't want to quit their daytime job and things like that. So there are different ways that, and something that we talk about every single week is that there's no one way to get to this quote unquote final destination of entrepreneurship. And I think what you just said is very important in terms of you guys started out with this. One, you made an agreement with each other. This is where we're going to start. We're all in agreement that this is how we're going to make this business successful, and you all stuck to the commitment that you all made. So I think that that's amazing, and it is a very integral piece of being able to grow your business.
And everybody told us in the beginning, and it's funny because I'm going to give my brothers this and they're going to laugh when they watch it. They said, it's not going to work. 3 brothers, there's no way. We brothers, we going to argue and fight. That's what we do. But at the end of the day, unless we got 2 yeses, it's a no. So it feels so much better in life when you got people that can come into an agreement to move forward. That whole, I want to do it this way, you want to do it that way, you want to do it this way, that don't work.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, what it say, 2 or more together. See, I can only move 1,000, but with me and my brother, we can move 1,000,000.
Yeah.
So we always come to agreement. And do we fight? Yeah, we fight.
Who wins most of the fights?
We always win most of the fights.
I like it.
Yeah. Matter of fact, we win all of the fights. Everything we do, when I say we like in the military, left, right, left, right. Our arguments are real simple. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. Well, let's figure out what we both want to do. Let's figure out, we got to at least get 2 people. And normally when we say what 2 of us want to get done, it usually be all 3 of us. Right. Because we got like minds. We know to succeed, you got to have a heart for people. As long as you looking out for people, you're going to eat at the end of the day.
Right. I think it's hard, especially with family business, especially in today's times. I think there was a time where people felt like, going way back, this is even before my time, that as a family, you needed each other to succeed. But now we've gotten so much away from that, and there's a lot of separatism and individualism in regards to just life, let alone trying to make a business work together. So I think that the way you guys are doing this is really, really...
The reason why you see a lot of problems when you got multiple people is because somebody always want to be the biggest man. But we can't be bigger than each other. We get 33rd and the 3rd. So it don't matter. Our success is the same across the board. So there ain't nobody trying to be, I'm the man, you the man. No, we the man.
Right.
So long as you keep that we mindset, you're going to win. You said earlier today it's not one road to success. It is one road to success. Never giving up. As long as you don't give up, you're going to succeed. And I don't care if you fail 900 times on that road. As long as you say, no matter what, I'm never going to give up, you're going to win.
I think you are right. And what I also meant by that is it's not a singular path, right? It's not straight. So you took one path. You were, you're driving Uber, you're doing hair. I don't believe that he was doing it. He was doing hair.
I'm a braid her up. She gonna be sharp. I could braid to the scalp, little something.
And you took a couple of different paths to still stay the course, which is, as you just said, just keeping on, right? And then you had your other brother who did K through 6, and that's his way. Then you have your other brother that's piecing together all these different ways to keep himself sustained, to stay committed to you all's plan for your business. And all three of you took different paths, but you stayed the course. And I think that piece is one part of it, but the other piece is all of you took a different pathway to get there, but you stayed connected to each other. What the commitment was to making the business successful. And what I was saying in regards to that, and I think what you said was very impactful, is sometimes, not just for young people, but people who are considering entrepreneurship, they always have this mindset of, so somebody just last week, they're like, get an LLC, get a website, get this, do this, do that. And this is, it's kind of like, this is the linear path and boom, you're in business. And that is just not accurate. You can be in business without the LLC. You can be in business without the website. You can be in business without all of these things. And it's not a straight path. It's just not.
I know people when we first started the business, you got to have this crazy website. You know how much money we made off our website? Zero. No, there's no imaginary business that say, you know what, we're looking for a website that's so great and we're going to make this website multi-millionaires. No, what you got to do, you got to have a good heart and people got to feel that. See, at the end of the day, when I'm talking to people, they always say, you know what, I can tell you got a good heart. You can't fake that. Yeah. You can be the best talker. You can be loud, you can whisper, but that energy, I can pick up anybody baby, the baby come right to me. I can look at any pit bull.
See?
What?
Anybody baby, yeah, that's why you're going to have 3.
Oh, Lord. That I was not, I wasn't even connected to that. This girl talking about some, no, I walk up to pit bulls and he'll bite you.
Don't turn the babies into pit bulls. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, I was talking 2 separate, baby and dog. Because I'm a believer that animals and children got pure hearts. Yeah. So they can see if somebody good. You got a baby that be crying around Johnny, keep that baby from Johnny.
Right.
That baby knows something about Johnny you don't. And just like with animals. So I walk up to babies all the time. Walk up to dogs. But my brothers, they got the same kind of heart. So when we go somewhere, people gravitate to us. They don't gravitate to thebestllc.com. That don't have no personality. You can't see no love behind that. So at the end of the day, good heart. You care about, you do for the people. Because even if I say we sold products, because you sometimes you want to know how would this translate to my business. If you sell products, what do you want the money for? Is it just for you to be rich? See, if you care about just your individual success, that's how you gonna fail.
Right.
When I heard Jay-Z, I heard him on that song God Did. You see, he started talking about all the people he made billionaires. See, at the end of the day, that's what make you successful. Right. When you start worrying about just your individual success and you build success around you, I ain't worried about falling off because all my friends got it.
Right.
I ain't worried about falling off. My brothers got it.
And the likelihood of you falling off if you're operating from a good place in a good space and you're collaborative is that most of those people won't allow you to fail anyway.
And that's the thing. It won't because the energy around me so strong. Like, I don't believe in negativity. I was just next door talking to the guy, and he was like, a recession coming. I said, boy, that's a good thing. Recession? I said, you know what I mean? You could buy more stuff cheaper. That's how I look at it. Me and my brothers, we always see things in a positive light. Like, if that glass empty, I'm going to say, ooh, I could put something in it.
Right.
If the glass full, ooh, we could overflow it. But it's all perspective of how you see it.
Right.
I always see light.
Yeah.
I don't care how dark it is outside.
That, and if you're in sales, and essentially you're in sales, we're in sales. If you're in sales of any kind, and it's always interesting because just like you're saying, when people talk to us from a real estate perspective, they're like, you worried about the market crashing? I said,
I ain't worried.
If you work, you're going to make money regardless, whether the market is up, the market is down.
1,000%.
You're going to have people, you know what I mean? As long as you're doing good business.
Yeah.
As long as you're doing good
business. When you do good business, like I say, they're not going to gravitate to your website. They're going to gravitate to you. When I seen you at that event, well, we seen each other at the event.
Don't you saw me.
She walked up on me. She know the truth. She know the truth. You know, that energy, magnets.
I ain't even getting the door good. He was like, hey. No, I'm joking.
She know the truth. She seen this short dude. She was like,
I'm glad you said you were short. Yeah. I didn't said it.
I mean, I already know how tall I am. And you want to hear what's crazy? My height in inches ain't got nothing to do with how tall I really am. I'm 7'5".
I believe you.
I'm just 5'7" on paper.
2 inches. You 7'7".
You're
being modest, right?
Yeah, I was trying to be, I would have said 8'7", but I was trying to be nice. I was trying to be nice.
Yes, no, Mr. Corey is very, very confident. I was like, you need to come on my show because I want to hear everything about your business. But what I thought is very interesting, and I really want to go back to it, is the Second Chance program and how you all got involved in that, how that has impacted not just their lives, but how tell us about any impact that it has had on you and your brother's lives.
I'm gonna tell you the biggest impact is this probably small to everybody else. But when you get a person that went to prison 10, 15 years and he come out and get a job and he say, because we go to the warehouses and talk to the people and they go, when I came out, nobody hired me. You gave me a chance. Now I got a car. I got a house. My family, I can feed them. And they're happy. Nobody give me an opportunity. People act like because you make a mistake in life that you're not a person. Right. You're still a person. We all made mistakes. Every single person. You just didn't get caught. I bet you there's not one person watching no video, one movie. Every person. So you wasn't speeding yesterday? Right. Everybody done something they weren't supposed to do.
I was speeding to get here because he was definitely giving me the what for that I was running low behind.
I was an hour early because I'm always early.
I want to talk about that in a second, but go ahead with the part that we're talking about the Second Chance program.
and so that's the biggest fulfillment I would think me and my brothers get because they call us and they're happy. Like what we did was, I know it sounds small to you, but everybody get paid either every 2 weeks or every Friday. We pay everybody on Thursdays. So people was like, why you do that? So if anything ever go wrong, I make sure you get your money for the weekend. We built our business thinking about the people in every way. Because I done had jobs and something go wrong on Friday.
And you
can't get your money until Monday. Right. At the end of the day, that's not right. That's not right. I worked. Right. So when we get them guys that say, man, you don't understand, just giving us our money a day early, how much that make a difference. It does. Right. That guy worked, give them their money. Right. Give everybody an opportunity as long as they didn't rape a child or kill somebody. Anything other than that, it's not life or death. If somebody sold drugs 30 years ago, that don't have nothing to do with their character now. Right. And those guys come out, and you should see how happy they are. And some of them are managers now. So not them the same people we get to talk to and seeing employees. Right.
And even, to be honest, sometimes those life experiences does build their character. So to disqualify them simply because of that is not always fair, because some people do learn their lesson. Some people who were in, unique circumstances. There are all type of things that can come into play. Actually, South Fulton not too long ago just banned the box, which was the felony checkoff box on whether or not.
Oh, it's not on you for real?
On the applications, and that was part of the reason, because again, every single felon is not this colorful person. Yeah. They're not this horrible person that you don't want to be a part of your society or part of your business, because to your point, all of these people that you've had working for you are model employees, for lack of a better term, most of them, right?
Yeah, but and that's the thing, not all our employees are through Second Chance. Some of our employees are. But I would tell you, we probably get the least amount of issues from the person that came out of Second Chance program. Right. These are the same guys that was working in prison for free. And now they get a check. So
on Thursdays.
Yeah, on Thursday. So when you see just the appreciation alone, I mean, these guys they call, can we work more? More? You work 6 days a week, 14 hours a day. They'll work 7 if they could. Right. When there's no limit. And I don't get that from the regular employee. I don't usually get a person, hey, I want to work unlimited hours. But these guys, whatever it takes, we went all the way from left. We want to be all the way right now. So they'll work, as hard as possible. And the clients can see the difference. Yeah. They're like, man, what you got these boys?
You're like, I got them for prison. Like, you want some more?
Yeah,
but yeah, it's
but we do scan them now. Yeah, and we fine tooth comb them. But when we say our company is the best, we get the best of the best employees. Right. All I ask is an opportunity to just let you see my employees. Don't get rid of who you got now. No, keep them. Right. Let me compete against the other company and watch who you choose at the end. You're going to choose the best. Yeah. I ain't never heard a company say, I want number 2. They always say they want what? The best. Right. So the name of my company,
the best website,
is the best. Yes. So you might well call me so we can get you some good qualified employees.
And you've actually been working with some really pretty strong companies.
So we got the Port of Tampa. We got Coke, Florida. We got S3. We got Tampa Electric in Tampa. So we got big companies. We helped build a rental car wing at Tampa International Airport. So we done built a lot of stuff. Yeah. And we've been in business 7 years, March 15th in 6 days.
Oh, so happy anniversary.
Yep.
That's a big deal.
Yeah, we made it 7 years. And most people go out of business in 24 months.
24 hours sometimes. During that PPP time, they was
yeah, but they was doing stuff they ain't had no business doing. Yeah, they ain't supposed to do that. Yeah, you're right, 24 hours.
So from Tampa to Atlanta, it's an expansion right now. So what brought you to Atlanta? And how's that going? Like, what would you like to see? Is there anything unique to Atlanta that you would like to bring here that you felt that you may not been able to do in Tampa?
The difference between Tampa and here is it was me and one of my brothers was still in Tampa. So this is kind of like we're all in 3 separate states, so we can kind of like focus on different things.
Where's your other brother?
So one in Virginia Beach.
Okay.
My other brother in Tampa, and I just left Tampa to come to Atlanta.
Gotcha.
So this would be the first time that I'm building it from scratch.
Right.
You know, we all 3 worked the other 2 places.
Gotcha.
But this time it was like, okay, we good. Now it's time to expand. We know it's a lot of business in Atlanta. And we know it's a lot of people in Atlanta.
Yeah. And it's growing and it's continuing to grow. And so much is happening here. So in terms of there's business here, but it's going to be even more business coming. So yeah.
So I said, okay, what's the next best thing to do? Move to Atlanta. So that's the commitment. I got up, moved, and came here January 20th. So
when did you decide to do this? Because you're saying it like you decided on January 1st. And
October.
Okay, all right. So that was a little bit of...
That's a short period of time.
It is still short. It is still short.
October.
Yeah.
It was like October the 20-something. And I said, moving to Atlanta.
Gotcha.
And then my brother was like, what? I said, I'm moving to Atlanta. And they probably was like, this boy done lost his rabbit behind
they already
mine.
know that about you. You know?
Yeah, they do know me well. But at the end of the day, I say this. Without doing it with them, I couldn't have done. Neither one of us could have did this without each other.
Right.
And if we can do it all over again, I'd do it the same way 10 times.
And that's a testament to you all's relationship and your commitment to your business. So we're about to wrap in a second, but I want to say what we talked about with. So I was running a little behind. My bad, and my apologies to Mr. Rolfe. Right. His appointment was at 2:30. He's texting me at 1:45. First of all, he's new here, so he thinks he's lost and thought he was in Mars or something. But he's like, I don't know where I'm at, and I'm here now. So I called and I said, you are in the right place, but you're almost an hour early. I was like, your appointment's at 2:30. And you said...
I'm always early. I
like
never been
super
late.
Early. He said almost an hour. He tries to get everywhere almost an hour before he's supposed to be there. Which I thought was... I said that's very commendable, but I'm breaking the law right now, so I have to get off the phone with you. But an hour early to everything. is
if the whole world watched this video, there'll never be nobody will say I seen Corey late. They always say he always. Yeah. My brothers laugh. They be like, boy, you there 2 hours early?
Yeah.
Even when I had a job, I always was the first one there.
Gotcha.
I mean, at the end of the day, it might be small to the world, but to me, I want to stand out. Yeah. So you know how many people I met from being there early? Yeah. Sometimes you might meet the guy that's setting the place up. That can be money. So why would I be like everybody else? Everybody else like I'm gonna dress real nice and show it late so everybody can see me. No, I'm gonna be there helping you set up. Because at the end of the day, I'm gonna build a better relationship with you because I'm the one who helped you put this table and these chairs up. So now when you meet the guy that can change our life, you're gonna say, let me introduce you to Mr. Rolfe. Right. Not to Mr. Johnny who showed up 2 hours late.
With his sparkly clothes on.
on.
So I don't think it's a small thing at all. Yeah. Time management has been a big issue for me I come from a long line of time management failures.
I ain't never heard that before. I heard a whole line of a bunch of stuff, but not time management failures.
So that is something that I really do try to work on, and I don't think it's a small thing, which is why I brought it up, because I think that is a very commendable thing. And there are very few people who, again, stay committed to something like that. It's not that easy. It depends on, even with all the things you may have going on in life, to always try to arrive early. It may seem like a small thing.
It's like the cup thing. I think it's easy because I make a decision. My wife said it earlier today. My mother, I just brought her here from Tampa. And my mama was like, he got somewhere to go? I said, yes. What time he gonna leave? You know, he gonna leave 2-3 hours before he supposed to get there. Right. Because look at all the things that can go wrong. I worked at Sprint. This was probably 15 years ago. I'm driving to work and an airplane crashed on the interstate in Tampa.
Wow.
So I called my boss.
It wasn't that ring that y'all built.
Huh?
I said it wasn't that ring that y'all built, right?
No. So I called my boss and I say, I might be on time, but I could be late. And it was already an hour and a half, 2 hours, and he was like, Corey, go home. And I said, why you want me to go home? He said, you ain't never been late before. If an airplane crashed on the interstate, that's me giving you a paid day off.
Right. Think it's okay.
Yeah, and I was like, no, I'm going to still get that. He said, if you show up, I'm going to send you right back home.
To deal with the airplane crash traffic at that.
The crazy thing is, you never hear nothing
Did
like
you
that.
go?
No, I went home.
Okay.
I went home. I didn't want to go home, but I went home because I knew he would send me home.
Yeah. So this was Corey Rolfe. Name of the business?
The best employment solution.
And to say it again.
The best employment solution. We the best.
And he's here with us on the Slay Your Day podcast. How do we get in contact with you?
Oh, you can get in contact with us at thebestllc.com. What it is, thebest@thebestllc.com if you want to send an email.
Multiple best. He is the best.
Yeah. And then my email is crolfe@thebest, which is CROLFE @thebestllc.com.
Gotcha. And are you on social media?
Yes, I'm on social media. My Instagram is New Thug Movement.
I like it.
That's my Instagram.
Okay.
And remember, if you know anybody that need any employees, we do warehouse, call centers, IT. Anybody need employees, if they want them, tell them to always call the best, because we'll make sure they got the best employees.
Perfection. He is the best. Thank you for watching. We appreciate you, and we'll see you next week.